starting to feel a little more settled in out there?
Yeah, definitely. Just actually getting out there and getting real reps and trying to get all the install every day. We install most every day, so just trying to understand everything and make sure I don't get left behind and make sure I'm understanding everything. But get a good amount of reps, so it makes it easier for me to learn that way, more so than writing it down and studying it. I mean, that helps, but there's no real reps like getting real reps, so definitely feeling a lot more comfortable.
How much rust was there just because you obviously had to sit out the last part of last season with the injury and then the spring?
Definitely a little bit, shaking it off the first couple of days. I mean, it's kind of second nature to me, this far in my career, having played football most of my life. There wasn't too much rust. It's not like I took a long time off, and I was still throwing the whole time I was, not playing football. So, yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of rust, but nothing that I didn't shake in a day or two. So, definitely felt good after the first couple of days.
What have you learned about this team that you didn't know? Coming in from the outside, what has impressed you or not about this team?
I mean, everything. Just the way practices are run, and everybody's very fast paced. I'll admit, the first couple of days I was out here, I was kind of gassed. I was, throwing up between drills and trying to, trying to get back on my feet. I was, trying to, just breathe the first couple of days. But, just, the way the team's just battling every day, it's hot, whatever. But the team battles through it every day and, keeps the energy high every day. And, nobody, if somebody does come down, to practice a little slow or, whatever it may be, people try and pick them up as good as they can. And, the team just kind of keeps fighting every single day, and everybody just tries to stay, amped on offense and defense. So just keeping it competitive every day.
Coach Allen said one of the big things in determining who's the starter is who really maximized their strengths the most. What do you feel like your 2 or 3 best strengths are that you want to say, here's why I can start?
I'd say just knowledge of the game and experience. Having, a lot of experience under my belt, playing in the Pac-12 for a few years and starting for a couple years. You learn a lot in the game. You see a lot of things, and I just feel like that's one thing that I can maximize, just using my knowledge that I've had in college football so far. And just the ability to, extend plays. That's just been kind of something that's come natural to me, just to, make a guy or two miss, and, if things go, a little haywire, and just be able to make a play for the offense, either just get a first down or even stretch it to maybe get a touchdown. So just trying to maximize and just learn the offense as much as I can, coming into a whole new system. It could be a lot coming at you really fast, but you just got to kind of take it a day at a time and try to understand all the installs as best as you can, and just get as many reps as you can and make the most out of every single rep. And even if you're not in, taking mental reps, watching the other guys who've been in this offense for a little while, just watching what they do and seeing what works for them, and trying new things and experimenting and things like that.
Can you talk about the balance between, it's obviously a very competitive situation. At the same time, you're encouraging these other guys. Just that whole balance.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I want what's best for Indiana football. Whether that's me being out there on the field or me, coaching the guys up as much as I can. I'm never going to be, salty about, not being in the game. Obviously, I want to be in the game, but, it's not my decision. So, whatever the case may be, I want to be able to, help whichever way I can. I didn't come to Indiana just to be selfish and, worry all about me. I want to come to a new team and, do whatever I can to make the most. And, the underlying theme is I just want to win games.
Thoughts on how things went for you individually in the scrimmage?
What was that?
How did things go for you individually out there in the
they went well.
Scrimmage?
Every day I feel like I'm getting more and more comfortable and settled into the offense. Checking it a day at a time. There's good and bad days, but just taking it a day at a time and trying to learn as much as I can and make sure I'm watching everybody else and seeing what works for them and what doesn't work. So I feel like the scrimmage went really well. I feel like it went really smooth. Ended up having a few explosive plays on offense, so that was good. I feel like offensively as a whole we did really good, moving the ball and scoring. So a lot of guys made a lot of plays. Austin Doris had 2 touchdowns. So just everybody, WAP had a touchdown or 2, and everybody just getting the ball out of our hands and put it in the receivers' hands or giving it to the running backs and letting them make a play. You don't have to do everything at the quarterback position. You just got to do your job. So. As long as I do my job and they catch the ball and make a play with it, then it makes my job easy.
What's the biggest difference between what you ran before, as far as a quarterback, your eyes, what you read and what you see, what you ran before, what you run now?
Before it was a lot of this is a little bit quarterback talk, but it was more like pick a side. So it was more so we had two dual concepts. So we had certain pass concept on the right and the left, as well as having a run option or a quarterback run option. So you have kind of triple option you can do, either throwing it or run it with yourself or run it with the running back. So it was pick a side where it was like we have a cover 2 beater, or cover 2 or cover 4 beater on the right side, cover 1 or cover 3 beater on the left side. Depending on the coverage, you work your right or you work your left to your check down. Here it's a lot of progression reads. So no matter the coverage, if one route doesn't work, you can either change that concept on that side, you can audible it yourself, or you can just go to your next progression, to the third progression, to a check down. So that's more NFL style based.
Right.
I was still glad I got to do both. Having more experience and knowledge under my belt, just to be able to do both type systems, it helps me that much more. I feel like I learned a lot, with reading coverage, because if you don't see coverage at quarterback, you can't do a lot, especially in college football. Maybe you could skim by in high school, but definitely in youth. But in college ball and NFL, if you don't read coverage, you can't really do much at quarterback. So I feel like that helped me a lot, just understanding coverage and making sure I see coverage every play. It helps out in this offense, because if I know what I'm getting, if I don't like my concept I have, to the front side of my progression, I could change that, but it doesn't alter the backside, because I still have, my concept coming on the backside for my second, third, and then check down progression.
Gotcha.
One more for Brandon, if you have it.
I was just going to say, is it, you talked about showcasing strengths and extending plays and being able to run the ball a bit. Is it harder wearing a blue jersey because they don't allow the contact?
It definitely is. It's definitely not that fun, because guys got to come by. I wear a towel. They'll run by and smack my towel or something, and oh, he's down. Like, I'm a little bit bigger than I think these people assume, and they're always like, oh, you're lucky you're in a blue jersey. I tell the defense they're lucky I'm in a blue jersey, because if I wasn't in a blue jersey, it'd be a real ugly practice for the defense. So, but it makes it that much more competitive, and it makes me want to make guys try and miss even more, because trying to even keep a hand off of me rather than just trying to slice and get through like a hand tackle or something like that. I mean, even if they get a hand on my towel or tap my knee brace or something crazy, they'll oh, he's down, I got him here, but whatever. But it just makes it more competitive, a lot more fun, and it gets the guys fired up. So it is what it is.